Welcome. In this video lecture, I am going to talk about a new package which is called as ggstatsplot, which is basically you can say the extension of ggplot2 package, which is very effective if you want to show the statistical results analysis on your plots. If I have draw you can say box plot, and I also want to show the two sample independent t-test on the box plot, or I have draw a violin plot and I want to show the statistical result of a two sample independent t-test or a pair t-test or one way ANOVA or even non-parametric test, then I can use this ggstat plot, which is very good package. So if you want to use this particular package, you need to install this ggstatplot. So then after the installation, we have to call this plot package, as well as we need to call the ggplot2. So first of all, install it and then call it. Then the right now I'm using a data set that is basically the students performance data, which I have downloaded from the kaggle.com, and the variable which is basically gender, okay, race, then parental education, okay, and then there is a math score, there is a writing score, there is a reading score, and the overall performance, right? Similarly, we have the worded whether it is the acceptable performance of the student or not. So first of all, what I am going to do is I am just simply drawing the ggplot2, which is basically I'm using the box plot. Okay, so as we know that using a ggplot2, how we can draw a box plot. So first of all, ggplot, that is a function. Then we have to write down the variable in which we have the data set, which is stdp, and then we are mentioning the x-axis, which is the statics of what is going to be x-axis, which means we want to compare the math score with respect to the gender. Okay, and then I am mentioning the theme, which means the background theme of the plot. I want to draw the box plot, and then I am labeling it y-axis and x-axis and the title of the graph. So if I run it, so we can see that, so on average what is the female score, how much variation is there. So there are few females who are getting quite low score in the mathematics subject compared to the male, but on average it is look like almost equal, but the male is slightly higher compared to the female in the math score. But let's say if I want to use ggstatplot, which mean I also want to show some statistical analysis. Like in this case, it is going to be the, we want to compare between the gender, which mean between the male and female. So that is going to be the two sample independent t-test if the data was normal, which mean if I want to apply the parametric test, right? So for that, from the ggstatplot, there is a function called ggBetweenStats. So first of all, I'm taking the help. So you can write down question mark and then the name of the function. So that is basically mentioning between the subject comparison. Okay, so that means it is going to draw the box plot as well as the violin plot. And this function is saying that first of all, we need the argument of the data. Then what is going to be your x-axis, which means what is the qualitative variable you have, which means right now we have the gender, and then what is the quantitative, which means the numerical variable, which is the math score. Okay, whether you want to apply the parametric test or a non-parametric, so there is a multiple type of test, right, as you can see over here in the example. So either it is you want to apply the parametric analysis, non-parametric, robust, or the Bayesian analysis, right? So these are the multiple arguments we have. So right now I'm using the you can say the by default command. So the minimum requirement we have, that is after calling the function ggBetweenStats, we are mentioning the variable in which we have the data, the x-axis, which means the categorical variable, and y we have the quantitative. If I run it, so now as you can see, after this one we are getting this plot. So in between you can see this is a box plot, this is a violin plot, as well as it is showing me the average value. Okay, over here it is showing me the test statistics result. So right now, T Welch mean that mean it is assuming that the variance between the two groups are not equal. So let's say, and this is basically the effect size. This is the p value, and this is the confidence interval, and it is also telling us the number of observation, the average score of the male as well as the average score of the female. It is also showing over here. So let's say if I want to apply the equal variance, so then you can add this particular argument. And now if I run it, now it is going to be show instead of the Welch approximation, it is showing me the student's T, which means two sample independent T test, right? So this was the parametric. So if you want to apply, let's say the non-parametric analysis, so you can run this one, okay? So after running this one, you would be able to get the Mann-Whitney test because we are comparing the two groups. So it is going to show us the Mann-Whitney test. Now instead of the effect size, it is showing us basically the correlation that is also giving us about the effect size of the data or the test. Okay, so this is the Mann-Whitney test for the non-parametric perspective, especially when we are going to apply the parametric testing of hypothesis. So as you can see that over here we have the two sample independent t-test, we have effect size, and on the bottom side of the graph it is showing us the Bayesian analysis. So like this one. So this is basically the result how the graph is going to be show us. So this is basically the t-test. If the variances are not equal, it is going to be apply the Welch approximation. Otherwise, it is going to be apply the student's t-test. So these are the basically you can say the degree of freedom. These are t-test statistics results, the p-value, effect size, and the confidence interval, number of observation. On the bottom side, it is showing us the Bayesian analysis results. Okay. So, if you do not want that after applying the parametric test, it doesn't show us the Bayesian report, then you can write down this argument that is BF dot message, which means Bayesian analysis I do not want to show over here. So, if I run this command, you can see that so there will be no Bayesian analysis, only giving us the two sample independent t-test. So let's say if I want to apply one-way ANOVA. So for that, I'm using this data set all subject data, which mean I have the three categories, which mean we have math score, writing score, as well as you can say reading score. Okay. And for that, I'm using the same function GG as a bit between stats. Okay. So if I run it, you can see that it is showing me the results right now, this one. So F test, which is Welch approximation, again the variances are not equal. So if I'm going to write down over here, assume that the variances are equal, so it is going to show me the F test statistics results of one way ANOVA. Okay, so that is F Fisher's test, right? So again, so as you can also see that it is also showing me the post hoc test. Right now, it is giving us me the Holmes p-value, that is pairwise comparison, right? So once again, if you see that the pairwise comparison, the by default value is, that is the significance, you can check over here. So there are different type of pairwise methods. Okay, which particular method you want to use, whether you want to compare the Bonferroni correction or the other method. So by default it is showing the Holmes method, right? So I hope you got the idea. Okay, if you want to apply the pair t-test, then you can use instead of GG between, that is going to be GG within StatsPlot. Okay, so similarly, if you want to compare the two qualitative variable, which mean the chi-square test, then the test is GG pi stats. Okay, that is basically we want to compare whether the gender as well as the worded, which means the student is pass or fail. Is there any association between that one? So both are the qualitative variable. We can apply the chi-square test. Okay, So after running it, we are getting this one. So right now it is basically showing us the chi-square, Pearson's chi-square test, okay, and as well as the p-value. Similarly, this is basically the Bayesian criteria. So this package is quite good if you want to show this inferential analysis results as well as the visualization, okay, which is quite good. That is aligned with the ggplot2. So you can go to this particular package, which is ggstatsplot. Uh, Quite recently, they have updated this package, and you can check these different functions in detail. So thank you so much. I hope this video is going to benefit to you. See you in the next video.